Hello. Had to do it. What's up, guys? Corey Small. Closing the door. I got children. They'll bug me. Coming to you from another episode of Crying Cheese. The intro is just a little teaser as to what I'm going to be talking about today. Today, we got the first trailer and full look at everything for It Chapter 2. For anyone who's been living under a rock or doesn't know, 2017 we had the original remake of It, starring Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise the Dancing Clown, and a bunch of, at the time, semi-sort-of unknown names that some of them have gone on to do a lot of great things because, well, for child actors, they were phenomenal. But today we got the trailer for the second chapter. Now, most people I read on comments on this video and whatnot saying, oh, we don't need a second one, you're overdoing it. Correction. The original It was actually a miniseries on TV. And it showed, the beginning years of when these kids were tormented at a younger age, and they would return 23 years later. So, in these two movies, we get the younger years in the first one, and now we're coming 23 years later when they're full-grown adults. And obviously, the thing about Pennywise and this shape-shifting entity, it returns every 23 years to torment the town of Derry. This trailer, it's one of those, I think people are finally getting the idea of how to do trailers right. Don't show a whole lot, leave room for questions. The beginning of the trailer, we have Jessica Chastain, who is a grown-up Beverly. In my own personal opinion, I wasn't crazy about the news of Jessica Chastain being in this movie. I know she's like really, really tight and good friends with the director, and it just seemed kind of like a shoo-in when the second one was being made. There was like, oh, it's going to be Jessica Chastain. I'm like, why does it have to be her? There are plenty of other talented actresses out there that could play a grown-up Beverly, but the obvious of like, oh, we got to bring her in because she's my buddy and we work together. I know directors and actors do that a lot, but I just kind of find it to be in poor taste. I personally don't like Jessica Chastain's work, but that's just me. But the beginning of the trailer, Jessica Chastain, full-grown adult Beverly, goes back to her home, her childhood home, that when she was, tortured by her dad and basically was like her little sex pet, which is kind of weird. First of all, I don't know why you'd ever want to go back to that house, even as an adult. You must have some really messed up problems in your head if you feel the need to go back to the house that you basically killed your dad in, and prior to that, he sexually molested you all the time. Why would you ever want to go back there? Side note, that's a question I always thought, why would you go to this place? It's tons of bad memories. Why would you want to open that box? Anyway, she goes there, there's this nice little old lady who is just a little too nice and a little too creepy. You see her in the backgrounds of shots. She's like moving around she's like dancing naked. The old woman mentions her dad was part of the circus, and you see a picture of like a young looking Pennywise, which I know in the first movie there was a cut scene that we were supposed to have like a Pennywise origin. And if it's that obvious that Beverly were to go to the house that Pennywise's daughter now lives at, it's too coincidental to me. And it sets up for that obvious, hey, we missed this opportunity the first time, I'm really gonna do it this time. And then later on in the trailer, it kind of answers my questions. There's someone, I think it might be Bill Skarsgård or Pennywise, they have, the clown makeup on, and they're smearing it down, and the eyes roll back in the back of their head. It wasn't a clear shot. It was kind of like one of those really fast ones. So we might get that Pennywise origin story either in the beginning or somewhere in the movie. I hope they don't rely heavily on trying to explain who he is, because he's just this shape-shifting, tormenting entity. There's nothing to it. You don't need to know about it. But if you can do it properly, I guess try it. Obviously, remakes don't do as well nowadays, but Warner Brothers managed to remake it, and it was a astounding success. And then the trailer goes on. You get kind of real cuts of, the full-grown kids. I think they're called the Losers. And, we see Bill Hader and James McAvoy, and a couple dialogues of this and that. And we really don't see Pennywise, but for like 3 different shots. There's one of him flying in, holding the big bouquet of balloons. And then him like jumping out of a window to stand on the wall. It looks like they're looking up, and he jumps out, and he stands perfectly on the side of the wall looking down at them. And then the last bit of the trailer, there's like this little girl. She's in this like boiler room looking thing, and Pennywise comes out of the darkness, and he just does that hello, and that's the trailer. So it's an interesting trailer. It's one of those sets up for questions, and September can't get here soon enough for some people. I'm interested in seeing it. I love the first one. It was a surprise to me because I wasn't a huge fan of the original, but something about the remake was very mysterious, and I think that's what they were going for, and it paid off. So, if you've seen It Chapter 2 trailer, tell me what you thought of it by leaving a comment. If you like this video, like it, share it with your peeps, your family, your dog, your cat, your hamster, whatever it is. And until next time, I'm Corey Small signing out from Crying Cheese. Okay, bye.